I just wanted, okay, Green Bay, he said that is the most beautiful thing in America right now. I still don't have a cheesehead. All right, so for those of you who do not know,
I'm so lost right
this, my friends, is a cheesehead, okay? A cheesehead is like the global sign of a Green Bay Packers fan. If you have gone to a Green Bay Packers game, you have probably gotten this if you went to Lambeau Field. Lambeau Field is also what, like, I think it's the oldest football stadium in America right now. That's still like standing. I am super excited to be able to bring you guys some sweet, sweet top 8 action from Duels of Runeterra 9 from this past weekend. And oh my god, was it a hell of a tournament. We have, honestly, and yes, I'm just going to lead off with this. Yes, we have Lonely Poros in the top 8. You heard that correctly. So without spoiling exactly what happened, we do have GDAYMAVERICK playing the Lonely Poros versus NOLAGOLD, who did make it to the finals of Duels of Runeterra 7 and lost to Winding God. So at this tournament in particular, he was actually looking to be a rematch with Winding God, as Winding God did make it eventually into the top 4, as did NOLAGOLD. I am Justin, also known as Shit Just Works, and if you are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. You are in the right spot for a ton of Legends of Runeterra content, including tournament gameplay. And usually I am casting with my boy Sero, who is my co-caster for this event as well on weekends. A lot of times we're doing Duels of Runeterra. We also have Jam Fest that we do as a tournament as well. Links to both will be in the description below if you are interested in signing up for future events. There are also the Discord links in the description below as well. As for the decks, you will also find the deck links in the description below. So if you're looking for that sweet, sweet Lonely Poro deck, go ahead, click the link in the description below. You will find it. If you're interested in hitting up my boy Sero, you will also find lots of stuff in the description below today. A link to his Twitter. So if you are interested in following him, definitely go ahead and give Sero a follow. Without further ado, let's get into GDAYMAVERICK versus NOLAGOLD. It does look like they are about to start. We caught them just in time. They are currently 0-0.
I'm looking through some of the deck lists because I'm trying to find NOLAGOLDs, and I see somebody who signed up to this tournament named Nutshot Gaming, and his name is Rob Boss.
Please. Cockshot. Oh, your poor wife.
Nutshot Gaming, the OP player, baby. All right, he's getting into the game already, so let's pull this puppy up. And gonna change the title right quick. Now, who are we rooting for here? We're rooting for, I swear to God, if somebody banned this poor, the fact that everybody is banning the deck with Poros in it blows my mind today.
Dude, it's scary, man.
Like, what the heck? Not cool.
How do you
Pewee. So Pewee won. It looks like Christmas Time is playing Shiki in the top 4. So to keep everybody abreast of the situation. And Yatsuba, ex-Yatsuba, and Anidesu are coming up on 45 minutes for their match. And the winner of that will be in the top 4. Oh, sorry. This is top 8 right now. So the winner of Anidesu. All right. So the Dread Dredgers is always a good sign for the deep deck, right?
I would say so. Can we pull this game up on the screen?
Oh, I did it again. Sorry, bro.
Oh my god, when he gets a follow, it just goes insane.
I know, I saw that earlier today too. It's freaking nuts.
Can't you whip it or silence it? What are we talking about? What is that in reference to?
Oh boy. What's going on? What's wrong?
I'm not sure.
Yeah. Whip it can be interpreted as various things. And silence it could be, are we purifying something in the card game? Is my mic screwed up? Is Sero's mic screwed up?
Oh, the Poro god.
Oh, okay.
you can't silence the Poro, dude. Once the Poro is jubilant, the Poro is jubilant.
Yeah, it stays jubilant. the one effect on a follower that cannot be purified. Jubilant Poro. It does not go back.
You cannot silence happiness.
Oh God, that's great. You shall not pass. Oh, God. All right, so we have the Jaw Hunters on the field. NOLAGOLD can opt to take an open attack here, but I think he'll summon the elusive Abyssal Eye. Try to get one of these draws off. This is a deep mirror match again, man, and we have seen this a lot today, not going to lie.
And I'm not convinced.
As for like the 8th time, we're like, why are we watching all of these deep decks? Like, what is going on?
I must be missing something because like a lot of people really like this deck. I don't get it, man.
So what? All right, let's put it this way. Let's talk about what is the deck that we've seen in this tournament consistently beat Deep.
We're seeing Deep have a strong matchup against the Demacia decks, right? We've seen that matchup be pretty good for it. But have we even seen it like win that matchup every time? Didn't we see it earlier just like get steamrolled by Mono Demacia curve earlier?
Yeah, Demacia still has an okay matchup against it.
Yeah,
so
man.
I
don't know.
Lux Karma wrecks it. Ez Karma, I think.
I don't know how Ez Karma does against it. I kind of have a feeling that Ez Karma might struggle a little bit because it does need to get to turn 10, whereas like the other Ezreal decks, I mean, it doesn't need to get to turn 10, but it's much more incentivized to make it to turn 10, whereas other Ezreal decks can win by like turn 7, turn 8, turn 9.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think Ezreal Karma necessarily wrecks it, but I do think that if the Deep deck at that point has to win by turn 9 or 10. If it doesn't, then the Ezreal deck will most likely assemble the combo because I generally speaking, the Deep deck is not going to be aggressive enough to really take down the Ez Karma deck as early as it needs to because you have Static Shocks for the Dredgers, you have Mystic Shots for the, what's that 3-2 thing, the Dead Bloom. So, and then the Draw Hunters gets wrecked by Static Shock. So I just think the PNZ stuff trades very well with a lot of the. There's the freaking.
How do I do this? I want this on my stream, man.
It's squad. He's got so much like pop up stuff going on. Squad goals popping up. I like it. Jixie Normus about the Poro. He just goes full kerfuffle, huh?
What is kerfuffle?
What a funny word. I think that was from a movie or something, right? Hold on. Kerfuffle.
Oh, we're learning even more about.
We're learning shit that's not even English grammar now. Let's. No. This is actually an English word. Kerfuffle, noun, a commotion or fuss, especially one caused by conflicting views.
All right. I'm about to hit you with the craziest word that I'm sure you don't know about.
Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. I think.
No, everyone knows about that word. Everyone knows that word. Flossy nos healin a hilipinilifilinication.
I'm out.
It means to render something as valueless.
So you can just say the definition faster than you can say the word.
And it's a noun too, so I have zero idea how you use that in a sentence.
Oh my god. Okay, so this Legends of Runeterra tournament thing.
That's what we're here for. All right.
So we see a Jettison, which I think is putting G'day to the Deep. It is. Yep.
Yep. There we go.
And this is gonna mean a big old 13-13 hitting the field, going in for an attack. Arrow Sentinel said, "I'm more." Dude, I agree. I'm more impressed he can say it so fast than the actual length of the word. Did you practice that? Like before you went to the cast and were like, I'm gonna say this word. Were you silent for a couple seconds to like say it a couple times in your head?
No, so that word I learned that word in high school in like some kind of like law class or something like that. It was like the only thing I learned in that class the entire year.
That's awesome. Oh my god, the one thing you remember from fucking school. Oh god. All right, so
it's been a goal of mine to live my life and just be able to fit that into a sentence and actually correctly use it. And I don't think I'm going to fulfill that goal in my lifetime. No. I just don't know how to use it in a sentence.
No,
I've Googled, I can't figure out, can't find sentences of people using that in a sentence. It's just not real.
Oh, all right. So they both have Maokai out, which is interesting. It does look like GDAYMAVERICK is a lot closer to just his overall win condition, which I think that pretty clearly is like a win for most deep. Like I feel like if it's deep deck versus deep deck, The one that hits deep first just wins, right?
That is not entirely true because we saw the other day the deep mirror where we had Prismat playing and he ended
Ooh.
up conceding.
Was that the one that he lost to the treasure, the hoarder?
I don't remember how he lost.
No.
I just remember he did a very early concede in that match. It seemed.
Okay. I do remember that. That wasn't the hoarder one. That was different. But yeah, okay. So I guess it's not necessarily the end of the world, but I do think it's a lot more likely that the one who hits deep first wins, especially right now being having two Maokais on the field. I guess having a jettison would be a huge difference, right? Because a jettison can turn the tides of Oh, why did I just say that? The way they designed this game is just so ridiculous that even it makes you want to talk like the game is playing, right? Like, let's be real here.
It just happens by accident.
It literally, I don't even try to do that. I'm literally not even trying to make puns. I'm not kidding.
All right, so I like this play. So I want to take a look at GDAYMAVERICK's list real quick because, yes. So my question about this play was how many direct answers were there to this Nautilus? And outside of Riptide, there are 0.
Okay.
So this is now that Maverick has exposed one of his Riptides, it's pretty likely that there's no other Riptide in that hand, and we might actually see a NOLAGOLD go for some kind of victory through Atrocity. Now it's not going to work now because this is going to be able to heal him out of range.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but he does have the Terror of the Tides coming down that might be able to allow, or actually no, because he's not on an attack token either. So that strategy I think is going to hit the deck now. I don't think it's going to really be working.
Oh, this is big. Okay, he just GDAYMAVERICK needs to have Riptide in his hand, otherwise he just lost.
Wait. Oh yeah. Because of this Nautilus. Oh, that is crazy. That
NOLAGOLD hits him with the I had to do it to him, evolving his Maokai here too.
Well, actually, the Maokai. Well, it's going to happen this turn, so I was going to say it's more likely that he draws into another Nautilus now, but as long as now he basically has to go for the Atrocity. He's more likely to draw Nautilus. He has to play it this turn.
Maokai removes all champions from the deck as well.
Wait,
Maokai leaves you with only non-champions.
Oh, that's right. Never mind. I always confuse Toss with Maokai. Okay. So he could actually not go for it here and wait for a more, but he dies, right?
Yeah, no, it's Riptide here or you lose.
Yeah, he has to. There's no way if he blocks. Wait, 8, 16, 24. Or he. Oh yeah, they're all fearsome. God, that feels bad. Well, here it is, the moment of truth. Is there a Riptide in Maverick's hand? Oh, that's... All right, hold up. Sorry to interrupt your sweet tournament gameplay that you are watching right now, but if, again, you are new and you haven't already subscribed, what the hell are you waiting for? All right, come on. You're getting this sweet tournament gameplay action with the casting. Obviously, Sero and I are the clear entertainment here for the casters, so hit that subscribe button. And don't forget to check Sero out either. Oh, wait.
Yeah, no, he still wins.
That's still... Oh, wow.
GDAYMAVERICK got it.
Barely. That grasp. I guess, yeah, so we weren't even thinking about the grasp either, but that's obviously another... He's nuts deep in nuts. What has this cast come to?
It has come to the deep mirror.
Oh, God. All right, so that is 1-1. Is that right?
I do
or is
believe
it the first game. Jesus, they all blend together now. No, that was the first game. So Maverick is up 1-0.
Dude, it's been a long day.
Oh yeah.
Compared between yesterday and today, these games just kind of they're all the same, man. How many deep mirrors have we seen?
And you'd think by now we would actually remember all the card games or names, but we still screw them up all the time. I'm like, what's that one drop again?
Which one are we talking about?
The pirate.
There are a lot of those.
The pirate plunder 2233.
Oh, Jagged Butcher?
Yeah, that one. I keep forgetting that one in particular, and I play it in a friggin' scout deck. So like, I don't know, man. Oh, so many cards, so little time. So we're gonna see Deep again versus, please, for the love of God, I hope Nola did not ban the Poro deck. Can we please, please, please see this Poro deck in action again?
If the Poro deck got banned, the stream's ending after this game.
Watch. Maverick's going to make it to the finals and literally have the Poro banned every single time in the top 32. And you know, because a lot of the times after this tournament on Reddit, they post up statistics from this tournament. And one of those is like what decks were played in the top 32. And, GDAY's going to have this Poro deck banned the entire top 32. It's never going to get played, so nobody's actually going to know if it's good in the top 32. People are going to see it in the report that it won the game or won the tournament and think Lonely Poro is good, even though nobody played against it because it kept getting banned. So it's like, I want to see this in action to see if it's actually good in the top cut.
Dude, Green Bay, I feel you. I genuinely feel you on this, dude.
Oh, Green Bay, you are on point, man. You are totally on point. My dude. Oh, it makes me want to, there it is.
We saw earlier, who was it? It was, why can't I remember what his name is now? Pee-wee. We saw Pee-wee with 5 of the consume fish. I forget its name. I'm going to call
Devourer of the Depths, damn it. Devourer of the Depths. For every time I forget Jagged Butcher, you forget Devourer of the Depths.
So we saw him with 5 consume fishes in his hand. And he was only able to play 2 of them before he died. That's the best card in his deck. And it's still not enough to even come close to getting him out of the situation. I'm just not sold on this deck. I feel like when you only have one good interaction card in your deck, you're not playing the strongest of decks. It needs to be like hyper efficient at its linear game plan, and I don't think it's that efficient at it.
All right, so it looks like I just switched back to wait, was it Ionia Freljord that he was playing? GDAYMAVERICK. Oh, wrong one. There we go.
Ionia, he's got Ionia.
Yes!
Demacia.
Yes! Yes!
The Boros! The Boros are coming!
Yes! All right.
Yeah, you're in for a treat.
Woo!
This is what I've been casting all day for. I've been waiting for this one match.
The moment has come. The moment is upon us. We are casting Lonely Poro versus Deep. And goddamn it, if Lonely Poro doesn't win, oh my god.
Can we change the title and just have like a feet Poros at the end of it?
Featuring Poros. Okay, got it.
Is that what feet stands for? That makes so much sense.
Are you? Oh my god. God damn it, Sero.
That actually makes an unbelievable amount of sense.
Oh my god, it's almost like somebody's been doing that for a while, using FT dot. Oh man. All right, so
I'm learning a lot today, man.
Oh, this has been a very educational cast, I'm not gonna lie. All right, so we have Dredgers. Good sign for NOLAGOLD. Good start to the game. Also has 2 Vile Feasts, which I think might have Lonely Poro's name on it, but we will see in a second. Wow, that is a very good turn 3 right there. So
Packers, you're about to put me on a tangent that I don't want to have on this stream. So give me a follow on twitch.tv/Sarah with an underscore. We can have this conversation during an after hours stream or something.
Who let the guy talking about politics in the chat? What's going on right now? All right, so this Jaw Hunters is actually going to do work against this 5/5, which is pretty good. Now he'll be able to chump block it likely in the following turns with the Dredgers or something similar.
Wait,
or even Vile Feast.
Why did he not kill the Angel with his Vile Feast there? That's just I guess he wants to save it.
Well, I mean, actually, I think is GDAYMAVERICK playing any buffs from Freljord or Demacia?
He's playing Elixir of Iron, and he was just tapped out.
So now he can actually save it, yeah.
He's playing 2 copies of Elixir of Iron, 3 copies of Fury of the North.
I mean, he might really be trying to play some mind games with GDAYMAVERICK to like not put him on Vile Feast and really just have him play a little bit differently. But that's some 10-headed play right there if that's the case. And here it is, ladies and gentlemen. Here it is. The one, the only Lonely Poro.
I can't wait until it's Julian.
All right, so let's see how this Lonely Poro stacks up. Nope, see, And this is where it begins, folks. This is where the Lonely Poro gets ignored. That's why it's lonely. And it starts getting those 1 damage pokes in turn after turn after turn. That's what we're going to see here. Oh, Lonely Poro just busted the servers. Uh-oh.
That's what I live for, dude. He's too powerful.
He's just too strong. The servers are down. Thanks to Lonely Poro.
And
all right, yeah,
he walked directly into this one, man. He did it to himself.
Yeah, I don't really know why that happened. Well, here's the deal. That's actually not that bad because he can... Oh, no, he's got a challenger unit. Okay. I was going to say...
This is not that good.
Because he can chump block with the Dredgers after that, but having the Laurent completely ruins that plan, which is very unfortunate.
Well, he'll be able to block with the Spider, and he can Vile Feast again.
And let's just note that the Lonely Poro is getting 1 damage through.
The Poro will not fall.
Oh, man. I just want him to, like, Unyielding Spirit the Lonely Poro 1 time after it gets buffed or something and just wreck with it.
Your want is my need.
So, Nola's in a interesting situation. Okay. So this is actually really good for Nola if GDAYMAVERICK can't really do anything about this Maokai with 4 mana, and I don't think he can, which means he's going to be getting a sapling next turn, which is huge right now.
So I got a question. If you use a Vile Feast with Maokai in play, does that summon count to get you a sapling?
I don't see why not. What does Maokai's card read as?
I'm not sure. I don't know if it says summon or play.
Let's check that out. Maokai level 1. All right, so his level 1 states the first time you play another ally. So that would be a hard no.
Yeah, it's not getting played. It's just getting summoned.
Yep.
Okay.
God, those technicalities that only card game players would know. What's the difference between play and summon? It's the same thing, man.
What do I think the best ladder deck is? Probably like some kind of mono Demacia, like playing Vi.
Well, I would argue it depends on what rank.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely is the thing. But I would think, like, I think for mono Demacia, like, splashing Vi instead of Garen, I think that deck is really good.
Mm-hmm.
I think, what else? I think the Karma Lux deck, if you have the patience to learn that deck, is very powerful.
You're just not saying it.
It's very good.
You're just not saying it because you don't want other people to play it.
What? So explain to me?
Nope. The Cancer.
Oh, Burn? I don't think Burn is that great.
I think from iron to bronze to silver to gold to plat, it is. If you're trying to get the plat, Burn is a real quick way to get the plat as long as you don't make misplays.
Oh yeah, it's good, but that's as long as you don't make misplays. And I think Burn is harder to play than people give it credit for. I don't think Burn is that great. I think it's very easily teched against. Now that we're seeing more people playing Health Pots, more people playing Dead Blue Wanderers, I don't think Burn is actually that well positioned.
Yeah, and once you get into Diamond and Master, it just gets like you said, everybody is expecting it, so they just know how to play around it, and they play decks that counter it.
It's a very common trend at the beginning of an expansion for any card game that the Burn deck is the best deck at the beginning of the expansion, just because decks are not refined, they're not figured out, and Burn just steamrolls them. After a week or two, generally Burn starts taking a dip in popularity, and that's just what's happening here.
100% agree. 100% agree. And I think that's good that this game is following that trend too, because it shows that they, it's good game design overall.
Nope.
He's considering not blocking the Lonely Poro because it's a Lonely Poro, because he doesn't want the extra damage on the Maokai.
Do you understand how dangerous blocking this Poro is? You go for this block, and then there's a Fury of the North on this Lonely Poro, and your entire career ends instantly.
Is this his second Maokai?
I don't know. I'm gonna guess first.
Yeah, I think this is his first. Dude, this Poro putting in work. That is
that was
damage.
2 points or 3 points.
Oh, is that 3?
It was 2 or 3, and it's drawn him another Poro. So good.
Which he hasn't even
played
yet.
How do you beat this value?
Oh, this is great. I can't wait to see what happens. So, and at this point, you got to think he's got an Unyielding Spirit that he's waiting to play. Isn't GDAY playing 3 of them?
I believe so.
Yeah, and this is what he's setting up for, I think, right now. He's got the Guardian on the field. He's going into a turn with 3 spell mana. He's going to be having the Unyielding Spirit come down, I think.
Yeah, and so earlier we saw NOLAGOLD consider using his fishy eater, whatever the name of that, Devourer of the Depths.
Yep.
We saw him considering using that one, and he decided against it because that is his only answer to the Unyielding Spirits.
Yeah, 100%. And when it's deep, you know, it's at 7, which is above the Radiant Guardian. So I guess my next thing was going to be, is G'day playing anything that buffs up? So obviously the Elixir of Iron is a good counter to it, but is he playing any permanent
Fury
buffs?
of the North.
Fury of the North, that as well. Okay.
That's not permanent.
How many Elixir of Irons is he playing?
He's playing 2 copies of Iron.
And he already played 1. So he almost needs to...
3 standalones.
Oh, that's right. Well, this Lonely Poro is preventing a standalone right now. So, just saying. And that's 2 Devourers. So, he's going to have to hope that... G'day must have saved at least 1 Elixir of Iron. Or any buff, really. If he just opens up with Devourer, this is going to get countered. So, if he does play the Unyielding Spirit, he's only going to play it if he does have a backup in his hand to save that Radiant Guardian from getting obliterated.
Yeah, and this attack makes sense as awkward as it is. I think... Okay, yeah, and this is...
Wow.
Interesting. So no Unyielding Spirit.
Yeah.
Nothing like that.
but we have another... Wait a second.
Yeah, they should both be Jubilant.
Wait a second. Wait a second.
Riot, come on, man.
Rito, I'm filing a complaint.
Yeah, this is just unacceptable, Riot.
Not cool.
Why is one happy and the other is lonely? They're both there. They both have friends.
Just because one is the friend of another does not mean the other is not that friend as well. Like, what the heck, man? He's considering... he's considering obliterating the... If he obliterates a Poro and chooses the Jubilant Poro, we're going to have some major issues right now.
If you obliterate a Jubilant Poro, that's the kind of things like in the afterlife you get judged for, man.
Especially when there's a lonely one on the field that you could have easily chosen instead. Okay, so that's why he decided to do that. Which leads me to... Wait, okay, so does it only change... Does it only change to Jubilant if you play a Poro after it's on the field? Not if there's just one there?
Jubilant, it only becomes Jubilant when a new Poro enters the field.
Gotcha. Okay. That is a very important effect for those of you who did not know that.
I wish, like, Jubilant Poro actually, like, did something other than just have different art.
That's what we were saying earlier. Like, when it changes to Jubilant, like, heal both Nexuses 1 or something like that.
Summon 26 Poros on the field if I become Jubilant.
Yeah, and 21 of them get obliterated. So, you got it. So, NOLAGOLD has got to be thinking this entire time, okay, GDAYMAVERICK is sitting on an Unyielding Spirit. So
he's got 3 Poros on the field. How do I handle this?
Yeah. So, with the that's the funny part, because it's like, you look at the field and you're like, okay, there's 4 followers and stuff on the field. Like, but is there really? Like, do I actually have anything to worry about with those?
I think GDAYMAVERICK has a lot to worry about here because NOLAGOLD has set up his win condition, I think.
Yep.
He's deep. He's got his Maokai. GDAYMAVERICK really doesn't have that much time, and you can see it in NOLAGOLD's face, man. You see him taking that nice pull from his jewel. He's ready. He's ready to end this game. That chat, if you haven't been following NOLAGOLD, that's how you know that NOLAGOLD is ready to take some lives.
Yeah, that is when he rips the jewel, he's ready to go. That's the sign. And now his Devourers are at 2 cost, which is pretty insane. So I don't foresee... Oh, he got the elusive Poro.
That's pretty powerful.
Dude, this animation, though.
It's just so much going on.
Alright, so... Okay, well, there goes the elusive Poro. And now he's got elusive and lifesteal. That's like not bad.
No.
No, what does he do? He's gonna devour the Plunder Poro. He's actually devouring the Plunder Poro.
That's actually such BM.
All right. But here's the deal, though. I give him credit because he is currently keeping the Jubilant Poros on field. You cannot actually... NOLAGOLD cannot technically win this game unless he keeps all 3 Jubilant Poros on the field.
I love that NOLAGOLD is actually playing the sub game of I can't kill the Poro.
It's a side quest. It's a side quest for the game. Oh my god.
And he's a couple turns away from winning this game without ever interacting with any of these happy poros.
I just figured out the thumbnail for this video for this round, and it's gonna be a snapshot of those poros like that, and I'm gonna say side quest, don't kill the poros. This is gonna be the thumbnail. I'm doing it.
Man. And you see, the thing is it's not NOLAGOLD killing the poros here.
No, he's blocking. So this is of GDAYMAVERICK's own decision.
This is like,
oh, there it is.
He chose the wrong one, man.
He should have did the lifesteal one. See, doing the unyielding spirit on the lifesteal one obviously made the most sense. So, okay, how many cards are we looking at? Does GDAYMAVERICK have a way to counter deck out?
Cycling riposte, but one Fiora has already been played. One Fiora rather has already been killed, and a Fiora's riposte has been played. So there's only 2 Fioras left in the deck, and it's very possible that they were just exiled when Maokai flipped.
Yeah, and he would actually have to. He'd have to unyielding spirit one of them, and then constantly cycle the other one. So now that is okay. So he avoided. I don't think. Yeah. So with that said,
I do not think.
I do not think. All right. Yeah. So there we go. The Poro deck has a. But you know what that means? I'm actually kind of happy because we're gonna be seeing another Poro game. So for all the times that this Poro deck got banned, we are now seeing back-to-back Poro games.
Yes.
Oh yeah, I am a happy boy right now.
Oh, we are 1-1. This is it. This is Poro's time to shine. This is insightful burns. This is facts burn. Right? I think this is facts.
I believe so, yeah. And just as an update, Christmas time is still playing Shiki at 30 minutes. There's 0-0 still. Wow.
Nice.
Yatsuba is down 1-0 to Annie Desu about 20 minutes in. These are all in the top 8. And we're obviously watching NOLAGOLD. And Winding God did beat Pewee earlier, so he is currently in the top 4.
All right, so you got Boom Crew, your boy. Interesting about that used cask. I think you want to kick that back. Yeah, that makes sense to me. You're looking for a 1-drop here.
Oh, Jesus. Finally had to get a bite. Whew. So, we're looking at a pretty damn good hand, if I do say so myself.
Yeah, any hand that has a Boom Crew and a 1-drop, I'm pretty happy with.
Yep, and not to mention 2 3 damage burn spells. So this is a recipe for success here. Unless GDAYMAVERICK can pull off a really early Radiant Guardian is probably what he's going to need at this point.
That second Get Excited is making this hand a little bit more awkward than it once was.
Yep. Well, it does depend, right? I mean, if GDAYMAVERICK doesn't really have any way to counter all 3 of these going off, it could just be a straight win by like turn 5.
This hand is looking to be very quick. It might come out very fast.
Yeah, does he? Okay. Yeah, because it's going to block it anyways, so now he can... Does he take the open attack or play the Imperial Demolitionist? What can G'day play at 3 mana?
Fiora, I think this open attack is very safe.
Ooh. Okay, but even now if he plays Fiora, he can actually play the Saboteur and the Demolitionist. And the Fiora will just kill either the Saboteur or block and do 3 damage to the Boom Crew.
NOLAGOLD switching to the Basilisk. Does he switch his board and his pet depending on the deck he's playing?
Maybe. I mean, I feel like the Basilisk makes sense for an aggro deck, right?
I don't know, man. Gromp Jr. makes sense for it.
I think what makes sense here...
What is... that thing is an omen of death. That the... whatever it was called. Is that not really the one you want for your aggro deck?
No, I think Basilisk looks more like an orc from like Hearthstone, kind of. So that's kind of like, go face, yeah. So I think he's agreeing to with throwing down both units here. Yep. So this exact line of play is going to happen.
All right. Now NOLAGOLD is going to be able to play out his... See, the thing is now if he attacks with Boom Crew and it gets blocked by the Fiora, he doesn't have a good way to really play this Demolitionist.
No, he should play it now and then push the 2 damage with the Demolitionist. Because it's going to die anyways, right? I think this is wrong.
Yeah, I think he should have taken this open attack, and I think he's recognizing it.
Oh, you think he should have taken the open attack in the first place? Okay. So, yeah, from his reaction to it, it looks like he was kind of gambling, like, okay, I hope he doesn't have a Fiora. If he doesn't have a Fiora, I probably win. If he does, then I just have to reconsider. And he didn't block with the Fiora either, which is really surprising.
Yeah, that's the fear speaking.
Yeah. Ooh.
And this makes sense. You really can't go for that Imperial Demolitionist in this spot.
Yeah, and now he's going to be rewarded for not doing that, too, because of drawing this Crimson Disciple, which is, like, freaking so huge right now. So, like, from hand, he has 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He has 13 damage in hand and 3 on the field if they attack. He literally has 16 damage next turn.
He definitely has an abundance of damage. The question is if he's going to be able to get it out in time. And honestly, I think this is a kind of rough spot for Maverick. I don't think these Freljord decks are really that, like, Demacia Freljord, I don't think it's well equipped to deal with what Burn is doing.
Yeah, I agree. So this actually is very good for Maverick because he will be able to remove the Boom Crew. But it's definitely still not that great of a situation for him, I gotta say.
Thinking about the Fervor.
I don't think you do the Fervor because you want to get the Crimson Disciple and the Demolitionist down this turn.
Well, the nice thing about going for Fervor here is if your opponent does have a single combat, it kind of forces them to use it awkwardly.
Yeah, but how much do you really care about forcing a single combat out, though, right? Like,
so I think the way that Maverick wins this game is through getting a couple early hits with his Fiora and then finishing it with a single combat, right?
Mm-hmm.
So to force your opponent to use that single combat early in a non-optimal way.
I guess, yeah, because he's getting 1 trigger less off the single combat because now he has to use a single combat instead of just getting the free kill right here. But it looks like he is going to let that go through, and then, yeah, he's going to go ahead and get the Disciple Demolitionist combo off.
Yeah, now if he goes for the Demolitionist.
What are you doing?
You get so bossed by the single combat here.
Why is... Oh, yeah, okay. Okay, yeah, no, that makes sense. Okay.
You just have this... All of a sudden, Maverick is looking like he's actually in a really good spot. Just a minute ago, I thought NOLAGOLD had the advantage, but if this single combat here exists...
I'm confused, though, right? I agree that he has to play around single combat. I don't understand why he would blow the extra mana from last turn and end up playing the Imperial Demolitionist anyways.
Yeah, I think he should have committed if this is how he's doing it.
I think
but now he's certainly committed.
I think that's a misplay. I mean, what this does, if he does single combat, he can get excited the Fiora, so I don't think he's as worried about the win condition. He also, like, now, he drew the Insightful Investigator, and now he can't, now he can't combo with the Demolitionist, so I just don't really understand this line of play. Did that come all the way from the right or left?
I didn't see that. That's one skill in this game that I do not have.
Yeah.
Being able to tell where spells are coming from.
Yep.
In Hearthstone, I had that on lock. In this game, I can never tell where the cards are being played from.
Yeah, Hearthstone's a lot easier, I think, too. The cards come pretty quick from the hand in this game.
You can shuffle your hand around, though, in this game. If you put a spell on the stack and then bring it back into your hand, it goes to the front.
Wow.
Well, it depends. It depends, because if I take a spell, I put it on the stack, and then I bring it back off the stack into my hand, it will go back into the same spot it initially was at.
Yes.
But if I take a spell, put it on the stack, take another spell, put it on the stack, and then bring them
spots.
back in a different order, they switch.
Mm-hmm. Same thing if you attack with units, they switch around in the back row, too, so...
I had that come in clutch for a game for me. I didn't end up going to the attack step, but I used that little thing to change the order of my things so that my City Breaker proc last.
Wow, so he's actually going to get excited, this Fiora. Okay, so he's going all in on hoping to draw, like, some 2-cost card with this Insightful Investigator, and that, I mean, this just feels kind of bad for NOLAGOLD right now.
Yeah, but he's going to get his unit back. And now GDAYMAVERICK kind of lost its win condition. He's going to need to start from scratch.
Okay, that's a decent start. So he will be able to play this Insightful for pretty much free. He's not really threatened by anything killing it at this point. And fingers crossed he draws something that costs 2, and there it is. That is a very, very good draw. Oh my god, that is so good.
Let the games begin.
Look at, he's shaking his head like, hells yeah, buddy. That is wow. And he's okay. So he's gonna actually keep the get excited. That just that escalated quickly. All right.
That was a nice chain of cards to have there.
Oh yeah. So now he's on the. So he's not even really worried about a board wipe, right? GDAYMAVERICK is not playing any sort of AoE damage. He's gonna be doing at least two. Wow, Jesus! I think this just might be game.
This is a lot to deal with.
He's gonna push at least what, like 10 damage, 8 damage.
There's a single copy of Judgment.
There is a single copy of Judgment. Oh, okay. So
Judgment doesn't really get him out of the woods, though, is the thing.
yeah, actually, because Judgment does not kill. Wow, and actually, it does 2 damage to the Crimson Disciple. So honestly, an open attack even with Judgment is totally okay.
Yeah, I think losing his Fiora there was actually like really detrimental here.
Yeah,
That was a big part of his game plan. Now, there are still 3 copies of Radiant Guardian for Maverick.
Yeah.
That type of card is absolutely a game-winning card.
And I imagine if he's forced to block and not Judgment, then he might actually have a Radiant Guardian in hand. And this leads me to believe he doesn't have a Judgment. If he's blocking the Insightful Investigator, I feel like you want to prioritize killing the Boom Crew. Or no.
I actually think even if you have Judgment, you just can't go for it here.
Why do you say that?
I just don't think it's good enough on this board, unfortunately.
Yeah, it doesn't really feel bad.
I think he needs some kind of like, I have Radiant Guardian plus single combat, I think is how he gets out of this game.
Oh, yeah. So if he single combats the Legion Grenadier right here, and then Radiant Guardian, yeah, because then he's going to save 6 damage.
He needs single combat for his Radiant Guardian. He needs his Radiant Guardian to burst heal on 5.
Oof. Wow. That's just game.
No, he's at 1.
He's at 1. So I imagine he's going to drop a Radiant Guardian. Yep.
Yep.
All right, but
now the single combats need to come out.
Yeah.
Single combat or Judgment. Judgment will win the game.
And okay, so he has to get excited. A single combat. All right, a single combat
excited, you lose to single combat instantly.
Yeah, but one single combat to the get excited does not necessarily put this game out of reach on the next turn for NOLAGOLD, right? But the other thing too to consider is that he did draw a 2-cost card, and I think that's why he's opting to not get excited here, because I think he wants to do burst damage all the way down from 6 on the following turn, and I think he can do it.
It is possible. This is tricky for Maverick. I'm thinking, like, what else does he really have? Standalone would make him heal even more. And he's just going to take it.
Yep.
He can go for that. It's going to cycle him more.
Yeah, that's so good. So now, do you do it on the Boom Crew or the Legion Grenadier here? I think you do it on the Legion Grenadier to force a single combat.
Yeah, you don't really want your Boom Crew single combated. This is an attempt for lethal here. And Maverick is going to need to meet this with a single combat here.
Yep, and that will put him at... Oh, wow, it's just game. I was going to say that would put him at 7, but yeah. Whew.
All right. And that is going to be a very close one for NOLAGOLD.
Yeah, that really was. That Radiant Guardian could have gotten Maverick back in the game, but it's not quite enough.
GDAYMAVERICK speedily leading that lobby.
I am out. All right, so what do we got going on here?
All right, so we're in top 4 now, right?
We are in top 4, but so NOLAGOLD won, but we're still waiting on Anidesu and Yatsuba for who's gonna play that game. And Winding God won for the other top 4 game, but Christmas Time and Shiki are currently still playing. So we got a little bit of time here. So if you want, we can take a quick break, and we'll be back in just a bit.
Yeah, let's take a little bit of a break.
Sweet. everybody, we'll be right back with top 4. All right, that is it. And God, was it a fun tournament. I'm pretty excited to actually put up some other gameplay footage. Probably going to throw up the top 4 gameplay as well as some Swiss rounds from the previous day that we casted. So always a fun time casting these tournaments. Huge shout out to Kuma, as always, for throwing it together. And of course, Team Liquid for sponsoring the event. So I'm glad that we were able to have the time to cast this again. Thank you, Sero, for taking the time to cast with me for this tournament. If you guys are looking for more tournaments, again, check out the description below. Hit up the Discord. We're always throwing tournaments every other week for Duels of Runeterra. And again, Jam Fest is usually on that off week that Duels of Runeterra is not hosting a tournament. So as always, everybody stay happy. What the fuck? So as always, everybody stay healthy, stay happy. I hope shit just works for you, and peace out.